Hello everybody and welcome back to Boss Bites. I'm the Bkbossman and we are sat at the runway of Dubai International Airport. So this is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and what we're going to do is do another one of my Skyline series where we're going to take a little look around the Dubai area. So we're going to take off. I've got a little light aircraft. I love doing these light aircraft because they just give you that sense of scale better than it does with a jet. So we're going to have a little takeoff. We're going to have a look at some of the scenery items that are around here. I will be honest, I don't know a lot about the area, but I am excited to have a good look around it. As always, you'll be aware, if you ever watched any of my videos, I do like to do them from third-person view. It just gives me a better idea, a better visual of what's actually going on. So, brakes are off, flaps down, throttle up to max. Let's get this bird in the air. Gosh, she's a little wobbly on this tarmac. Woof, straight up. No arguing with this one. Landing gear in. Drop those flaps a little bit. Just allows some speed to take up for us. It's actually a much bigger airport than I expected. Our priority here is going to have a look on the coastline, and then we're going to have a look at some of the towers. Let's just get ourselves up, get a little bit of height out. Just get a little bit of altitude up before we carry this on. It's a sprawling city, isn't it? Now, the last few videos I have seemed to have a few slowdown issues while doing the game. What I've done, according to recommendations I've found off the internet, is to just drop off some of the internet download stuff, so cloud cover, local ATC. So I'm allowing the game to do more stuff than to download it from real life, and apparently that should increase the frame rate and save me having to look at having to sit there in midair waiting for stuff to happen. You see that big tower over there? We are going to go and do a little loop around that. That is, I believe, the Burj Khalifa. At one point, one of the tallest buildings in the world. It may even still be the tallest building in the world. I haven't got all of my facts in front of me at this moment in time. It is absolutely amazing how big this place is. I actually had no idea of the sense of scale. I'm going to take it down a bit so we can get a bit of a closer idea of just how big this place is. I do like my low level flying. Just let this descend slowly by itself. I'm going to keep an eye out to the right hand side, just see the coast over there. And a little bit further along, I'm hoping to find the Palm Island, which is entirely man-made. Just such a sense of scale. Yeah. So it is amazing, the auto-generated scenery in this game. Probably could have done this with a faster plane, to be fair, but we are already here. I'm wondering if future updates will see stuff like these seagoing vessels here having some form of bodies to them. That would be pretty cool to see. Again, just can't get... Flying these small aircraft does give you one hell of a sense of scale. You'll see what I mean when we go past the Burj Khalifa. Let's take it up a bit, get a bit of height out of it. Best place to see the Palm Island is from above. Magnificent views. And just look over there to the left hand side. We're at 2,000 feet, and if I was to look at that tower over there, I'd say it's probably about how high we are. But when we do a fly past, we'll go near the top of it and have a look at what kind of height it registers at as our plane goes past. Let's get that ascent going again. She's getting a little unsettled up here. So we're just above the Burj Khalifa now. And now, if you look into the distance, you're starting to see the shape of the Palm Islands coming together. So we'll get a bit of height, then we'll do a descent and go past the Burj Al Arab under there as well. Then we'll start making our way back to the airport. Again, trying to get that height to come up again, just nice and slowly. Going to get ourselves a good view of the Palm Islands. What a view. That is actually a man-made structure as well. Look at that. Impressive, eh? If you have a look down at the targets ahead, that one directly in front of me, that's another runway there. I do believe that's actually an air sports centre. So you can actually go up and do a skydive above the Palm Islands, which must be an impressive sight to see. Because that's just not impressive enough as it is. Wow. Okay, let's start bringing this one back home. Throttle back. Just going to do a couple of loops to allow the vehicle to descend a bit, and then we'll pass Burj Al Arab there. Do believe has not just a helipad, as you can already see from here, but I do believe it has a tennis court on the top as well. Let's see how we can do, if we get close enough to it, how much of it we can actually see. Dropping that throttle all the way down now while we descend. Really impressive views there. That'll be a viewing platform there. What a view that must be. So as you see, we can see the helipad on top, and as I said, behind that I do believe that's actually a tennis court area. Gonna need a bit more throttle there to keep us on track. So we'll take a nice low one back past the Burj Khalifa, and then we're going to start our descent back into Dubai Airport. Don't forget, when you're watching the videos, it does help if you like and subscribe. The more of these videos that you like and subscribe, the more of them I will make. It's basically it's a supply and demand thing. You tell me you like them, I'll tell you I will make more. But also, don't forget to make suggestions. If you want to see different places, different cities, I want to do different cities all across the world. But I don't always remember them. So if you can think of any that you think that I should do, so far I've done London and New York, but I do want to do many, many more of them. I tell you what, though, I look at that freeway ahead of me, and I'm thinking, looks a little bumpy. Don't know that I'd want to drive on that one, but I'm guessing that's just the scenery. I'm going to use that to track us all the way back up to the airport. Won't be long now. Definitely should have done this with a faster aircraft though. Been trying to limit my videos in length. This one's certainly stretched out a little longer than usual. I think more than anything, on the sheer scale of this city, it's enormous. Let's get our climb going so we can have a close look at the height of the Burj Khalifa as we go past. I believe this featured in the film Mission Impossible, or one of the Mission Impossibles. I think it was one of the film ones that Tom Cruise was climbing up the outside of. Feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. And underneath is an absolutely enormous wall, which I believe is a built-in aquarium, if my facts are correct. So we are up at 1900 feet, 2000 feet. A little bit of stutter on the game there. Keep climbing, keep climbing, keep climbing. Well, we passed 2400 feet and we still didn't clear the tower. That is something in terms of size. Might do a series where I look at all the towers, actually. The biggest towers in the world. Got that one, the Taipei 101 is another one. If you have any suggestions for towers that I might want to go and look at, something iconic, something that catches the eye, both from a distance and up close. So just going to circle this round out to the coastline a little bit first, and then we're going to bring ourselves down on the runway. Just again, taking the size of this city. Just absolutely enormous. Might do one or two in a series where we might go out over one of the deserts. Get an idea of the scale of those as well. It's time to prepare ourselves for landing. throttle back as we start to descend. That's where we're heading, and we want the right side runway for this one. Right, let's get our throttle back down and some flaps in. Gear down. Probably a little high at the moment. We're going to just scrub off a little bit of speed there. Drop the throttle all the way down. Level ourselves up for the airport. Approach looking good. Still quite a way to go. The scale of the city throws you off in terms of how far away things are. But we will be on the ground shortly. So as I was saying earlier, don't forget to like and subscribe my videos, and to make sure you throw some suggestions into the comments. I do like reading your comments, having a check through and seeing all these different places that I've never seen. Actually, Dubai was a lot more interesting than I expected. I really wasn't ready for the scale of this city, but it's definitely something that's worth looking at. Okay, final approach. Even just the scale of the airport, this is huge. Aiming to pop it down just after the white border on the runway where the two flashing lights are right now. Throttling back the final bits. Throttle all the way down now. Not the grandest entrance to this absolutely enormous airport you're ever going to see. Nice and gently now. Don't stall her. Oh, we got a bounce. Let's take that nice and gentle. Come on you. There she is. Tiny little nudge into the middle there. And on the brakes. Brilliant. That was a nice landing. I was quite chuffed with that one. Anyway, as I've said many times in this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And you've been watching Boss Bites. I'm the Bkbossman. Thanks very much for watching.